Hey there, Portable 4. I just want to go over some of the elements that you can include in your book talk, which is going to happen this Thursday or Friday. So here we go, elements of book talk, and let's begin. So some of these ones at the top are the ones that you probably should have. So of course you want to talk about the title and the author, and if you want to, you can profile the author, especially if the author's been around for a while, or has written other books or other series, or things like that. You want to, at some point, summarize the events that are happening in the book. We don't need the whole story. You definitely don't want to give away any spoilers, especially if there's some kind of suspense going on. But you want to give us maybe a 30-second overview of what's happening in the story. Also, the characters. Are there any important characters? Again, we don't want all 20, 30 characters, but maybe the important top 5. If there are lots of characters, you could maybe do like a family tree or something like that, or something graphical that shows us how the characters are related to each other. Now, recommendation. Would you or would you not recommend this book, and how come? Look, sometimes you read a book, it could be a bit of a dud. It's okay to say I wouldn't recommend it. It's not going to change your mark based on the recommendation, but just tell us why. Why wouldn't you not recommend it? And maybe give it, like I'll give it a mark 4 stars out of 5 or 10 pickles out of 12. I would like you to come up with some kind of artifact that you can bring in or even make that is somehow related to the book. You should try to think of something that an object you can hold on to that you can say, hey, I brought in this artifact and it relates to the book because of this or that, and explain why. Let's keep going down on the sheet. Here's some other things you can do. Now, on this piece of paper, there's probably upwards of 12 different things that you can do. You don't need to pick all of them, and your time should be about 3 to 5 minutes to present your book. You're really giving us an overview of the book, whether or not we should be looking at it. If we're looking for a summer read, should we be picking your book or not? Okay, here's some things you can do. You can design a new cover for the book, and you could put that in your slideshow, or even just have it that you can lift up. You could read a short, important part of the book. Is there something specific in there that you want to highlight? You could read that to us. That'd be kind of interesting. Also, is there any connections you can make? This book reminds me of other books. This book reminds me of something else. This book reminds me of, does it relate to kids your age or events that have happened? One way of doing it is talk about connections. Also, maybe you can share your response to the book. For example, this book really resonated with me because I also have a dog. I'm just making that up. I don't have a dog. But you could say you were moved by this point or not moved by that point, or what was your response? More talking about emotions I usually would do in terms of response anyways. Does your book have a classic problem and solution? That's something you could highlight. Is there some interesting facts about the book, the movie? Sorry, the author. Was it turned into a movie maybe? Now, how do you want to present this information to us? One of the classic ways is to have some Google Slides to talk to. Again, we've talked a lot about slides this year and how to present. Basically, you want some jot notes, but really you want to be talking to us. But I'm going to let you use any kind of slideshow program you want, whether it's Google Slides or PowerPoint or Prezi or Keynote. You can choose that. And finally, your choice. Is there something that you want to add that I haven't added? You can do that to your book talk. Okay? Okay, boys and girls, so there's an overview of what I'm expecting. A 3 to 5 minute talk, maybe with slides if you want. Bring in an artifact, talk about the book and introduce it to us. I hope that helps, and we'll talk to you later.